By the time Isabel realized something was wrong, the pattern already knew her routine. It knew when she left. It knew when she came home. It knew which lights she turned on first. It knew when she ignored a message and when she opened the door anyway. But that is not where the story really begins. To understand how it reached that moment, we have to go back to the beginning, when everything still looked normal. Isabel met Peter during an ordinary week. Nothing about him seemed dangerous. He was calm, polite, careful with his words. He asked questions that sounded thoughtful. He remembered small details other people forgot. At first, that felt rare. It felt like someone was finally listening. That is why the beginning did not feel frightening. It felt personal. The first few days were almost easy. Good morning messages, careful questions, small compliments, a soft voice that made every sentence sound safe. Then the rhythm changed. The messages became more frequent. The questions became more specific. Where are you? Who are you with? Why did you not answer sooner? Why did you not tell me that before? He never made it sound like an accusation. That was the clever part. He made it sound like concern. I just worry about you. I just want to know you are safe. I feel closer when you tell me everything. Slowly, the word everything stopped, meaning honesty. It started meaning access. Access to her time. Access to her phone. Access to her plans. Access to the private spaces where a person is supposed to still belong to themselves. This case is about a quiet neighbor who stayed invisible until the pattern became impossible to ignore. And the reason it matters is simple. Control rarely starts with a demand. Sometimes it starts with a loving question. Isabel began explaining things that did not need explaining. A delayed reply, a coffee with a friend, a quiet evening alone, a missed call, a simple smile in a photo. Every normal part of her life became something to defend. When she pushed back, Peter did not need to explode. He only had to become distant. That silence trained her. It made her replay every sentence. It made her check her phone before she checked her own feelings. It made her apologize just to bring the warmth back. Then came the apology from him. Always soft, always believable, always timed perfectly. I am sorry. I care too much. I am scared of losing you. You know I would never hurt you. But the apology did not end the pattern. It reset it. That made it hard to name. There was no single dramatic moment. No clear line where she could say, this is where it became control. Instead, there were small moments. Small permissions removed, small fears installed, small parts of herself edited away. She stopped telling full stories. She stopped replying to certain people. She stopped making plans without thinking about his reaction first. Then came the moment everything changed. The message, the silence, the doorbell, the photo, the apology, the missing detail. Whatever form it took in this case, it showed that something ordinary had become evidence of a deeper pattern. For a second, she saw the truth. She was not checking her phone because she felt loved. She was checking it because she felt watched. She was not choosing peace. She was choosing the option that would create the least punishment. That night, one sentence changed everything. I think something is wrong. It did not sound dramatic to everyone else. But it sounded different to someone who knew her. Sometimes truth does not arrive as certainty. Sometimes it arrives as a feeling your body has been trying to explain. After that, the story became unclear. He said she was emotional. He said she needed space. He said he was worried too. That is how control protects itself. It shapes the story other people hear. This story is fictional, but the pattern is real. The warning sign was not one loud moment. It was the slow replacement of freedom with permission. Emotional control can look like love. It can sound like protection. It can feel like being chosen. But love does not require constant access. Love does not punish privacy. Love does not turn every boundary into betrayal. The first red flag was intensity without time. The second was concern that needed proof. The third was how quickly normal life became something to justify. Psychologically, this matters because control often begins as conditioning. A person learns which reactions are safe, which answers prevent conflict, which parts of themselves must stay hidden. Over time, that becomes a cage, not made of locks, made of fear, guilt, and repetition. A healthy person does not make you afraid of independence. They do not make you feel guilty for having friends. They do not treat privacy like a threat. If someone makes you feel chosen one day and trapped the next, listen to that feeling. Sometimes the first warning sign is not what someone does when they are angry. Sometimes it is what they call love when they are calm. That is the lesson inside this case.